Hi there, hi lovely celebrants, how y'all doing? I meant to come on a wee bit earlier when I was still at the crematorium and make this wee video, but forgot. But the reason that I was going to make it was because I had two services today. I had one this morning and one this afternoon. And of course, when that happens, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful and not get the two mixed up. And I was reading that recently a celebrant did get two mixed up, and it was two men's funerals she was doing, and in the second funeral she called the deceased by the name of the first person whose funeral she had done, and that of course is just a big no-no. I think there was a lot of upset, and I think it was made worse by the fact the family then found out it's because she did another funeral and they felt that was a wee bit disrespectful. But and some of you might be saying, you know, I'm not going to do two, I will never do two funerals in one day. Some of you might not have done that yet, but would think, well, you know, I might be willing to do that if I was asked. For me, I actually quite like it because it means that, you know, I would rather do 2 or 3 in one day than have one on a Monday, one on a Tuesday, one on a Wednesday. But that's just because I've done loads and I'm used to that and I'm quite happy with that, and it just makes it a bit easier. But what can you do to make sure if you do have two services that you're not going to get them mixed up? Well, one of the things that I wouldn't do is when I'm writing them, write them straight one after the other, because the chances are you might get mixed up there and you might put somebody's name in one that should have been in the other one, and families might not always pick up in that. So that's kind of the first spot where things can start to go wrong. You know, if you've got two services, say on a Friday, and you somehow sit down to write them both on the Monday and you're writing one straight after the other, I'd maybe avoid that. But I know always before you write a service, get out all their paperwork, read over what they've said to you, go back into that conversation that you had with them, and you'll be much less likely to make any mistakes there. But on the day itself, although I have prepared, like today, so I had a service this morning, a service this afternoon, although I had prepared them both, I had read through them both yesterday and the days before. Last night I read the first funeral for today, and then when I got up this morning I read the first funeral for today, and I read over the stuff that I'd spoken about with our family. So that was the only thing that was in my mind. That was the only thing that was in my mind. And then once that service was finished and it was put away, I had time to go home and get changed, and then I took out the second service and I read through everything I said with the family, and I remembered, you know, I visualised the family on Zoom and who was who, and sitting talking to them and what they said, and I read over that service a few times to make sure that that service was now fresh in my mind. Because the difficulty is, if I'd got up this morning and read both of them one after the other and then gone out to do the first one, the chances are I could have got a wee bit mixed up there, and I could have been thinking, oh, is this person, is it that person? But as I say, you don't actually want to do that. So that, to me, that's a really good way, is just focus on the service that you're going to be given next, read all the stuff around about that, then when you've done that, put that to the side and take the next one out, so that that's the only thing that you're thinking about. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope you're all well. I hope you have a lovely weekend coming up. Some of you are coming to my house for the using rituals and funeral services. Very excited about that, and everybody else, I hope it's a great one. Okay, speak to you all soon. Bye.